Hello, all of you terrible trolling troglodytes of the internet. My name is Eliza Pancakes, and here is another wonderful season of Drag Race, which means another season of what's in the fucking bag. Today's eliminated loser, esteemed loser, I'm sorry again, oh, slip of the tongue, esteemed guest is the very first loser of Season 3. 80s edition, for some reason. So, Miss Splattered, you came on to Season 3 of Morgan's Drag Race believing that you would leave as, probably the winner, but you ended up leaving as the first ever loser of the season. How does that make you feel? Well, Eliza, it doesn't really make me feel good, but I said in the episode, I didn't have that much money for drag, and everything I made at home with, reusable items like paper bags and rubber bands and all that. So I kind of expected to go home early, to be honest. Oh, and it's Splatter, not Splattered, by the way. Oh, did I say splattered instead of splatter? Well, either way, because you kind of did get splattered. You got your ass splattered by Heretic in episode 1 of Season 3, so I think it's kind of the same. And just FYI, you kind of sound like a skinnier version of Darren Leak. It's weird. Is that weird? That's weird. So, before we go any further in this deep dive, I want to get a couple things straight. So, as opposed to your actual Meet the Queens video versus what you actually said in the episode, in Meet the Queens, you said you were 25 and that you've been doing drag for 2 months. But in the actual episode, you said you're only 21 and you've been doing drag for a few years. So which is it? Oh, well, Eliza, you see, I made that goof up at the very first day of filming because I was super nervous. And to be honest, I figured if I told production I was younger than I was, that people wouldn't think that I was such a fuck up of a queen versus being a few years older and should have been more experienced. Then, yeah, I was just really nervous. Oh, I get it. I see what it is now. It was a pathetic attempt at garnering pity from the TV audience. Well, we'll see how that goes when the episode airs. I'm sure they'll feel totally bad for you and you won't be immediately forgotten the next episode. So, now, enough of this garbage. Let's get real. Let's get down with it. Let's deep dive into who or what is Splatter by first venturing into the bag. That's right. Let's address the topic at hand and let's see what you brought in the bag, starting with this, I assume, 70s abomination over here? So, Splatter, did production tell you to prepare for a 1980s themed runway or a 1970s themed runway? Because when I look at this mannequin and the clothing on it, I see 70s, not 80s. Please explain. Well, Eliza, it's like I said previously, I didn't have a whole lot of money for drag, and I was just kind of using some of my mom's hand-me-downs, because she's, prehistoric and everything, and I figured, oh, this looks kind of 80s-ish, like that movie Foxes that had Jodie Foster in it. While Foxes did come out in 1980, I think we can all agree it's more of a 70s movie, and it's just littered with 70s aesthetic and themes. Great movie, by the way. And so, to add on to that last point, basically, Splatter, what I'm hearing from you is more fucking excuses. I do really like the kitty cat top. That's cute. I like the pants. Honestly, this outfit is fucking fantastic. And it would be perfect if only it were a 1970s themed runway. And that was your first fuck up right there, Splatter. It wasn't 70s, it was 80s. Now, I'm sure you have plenty more excuses loaded up for me, and I'm sure the audience would love to hear that, but let's move on to our next topic, this god-awful blue smurfing abomination over here. Oh, that was gonna be for the Workout Warriors runway if I had made it that far. I was pretty happy with the choice in the end because it's supposed to be like half sexy dancer and half like, you know, like fitness model or something. Look, I like you, Splatter, so I'm gonna level with you. This look is not creative at all. It's basically like you went to the little girls section of Sears, yanked it off the rack, threw it in the cart, took it home, and called it a day. And added some stripper heels, oh, I'm sorry, exotic dancer shoes, and the little, like, corsage on the wrist there. Yeah, it's really, bleh. I don't see Workout Warrior. I see Hooker Out Warrior, but not Workout Warrior. Well, honestly, Eliza, I think that's just your opinion, and I feel like you're just being kind of narrow-minded because these challenges come and they hit you like a ton of bricks, and you only have so much time to adapt to it before you're either in the top or the bottom. Yeah, Splatter, you're exactly right. It is my opinion, and I fucking own it. And you know what else is my opinion? My opinion is that your name should have been Splat, because you were dead on arrival the moment you walked through the workroom doors. You had no fucking chance of ever making it to the top 5. Oh, and look at that. We're all out of time for this week's loser. Join me next week as I attempt to beat Liz Truss's record as Prime Minister of Great Britain. I wonder how long I'll last.
I believe that is just your opinion.